So the tenant vacated the property on the 20th of June, and when we completed the exit inspection, we used the entry condition report and photos that entry condition report as well as our routine inspection report for the cross reference to the condition of the property. We found that the kitchen and main bathroom and laundry unfortunately was not as clean as it could have been to the satisfaction, and there was also some rubbish in the backyard all over the garden beds as well. So we tried to have conversation to the tenant regarding cleaning, but the tenant refused to accept and not willing to resolve the matter. And so we left with no option but providing that Form 16 dispute resolution form to the residential authority regulatory constitution process between ourselves and the tenant. We documented, we used photographs from the entry report and also looked at the last routine inspection report that was done around 3 months before the tenant vacate, and those photos shows that the time property was in clean condition versus photos of the exit inspection shows different story. So we provided those to the tenant, but unfortunately, despite the evidence given to them, they still don't believe they are responsible for cleaning up or doing additional cleaning and rubbish removal. So the last option we have resolved the matter is that said conversation when tenant vacate the property, we did the inspection in the same afternoon and keys were handed in just before 12 p.m. and the property manager after the property just before the 2 p.m. on the same day. So it would be very unlikely that there was no one went there in the property unless someone else they let enter in the property or someone helping them to, but we have no record of anyone who could come in the property within that time and make that rubbish. We have taken the number of steps to try to resolve the issue with the tenant. On the day exit inspection was done and the property manager called the tenant from the property and discussed the matter. We also sent the tenant an email of the entry condition report and photos from the previous routine inspection and exit report and photos so that they can see the difference before and after condition. Unfortunately, refund they refused to go back and clean the property themselves to save the cost they have done. So that's why we got the quotes as we need to get that completed. I have two questions to the tenant that I would like to clarify. My first question is, was there anyone came with you to help you to move from the property or do any cleaning, or possibly that person went back to the property and left the rubbish and made the backyard messy? And my second question is, are you willing to contribute anything at all towards the two quotes we got for the cleaning, the laundry, and the rubbish removal? The outcome is currently landlord seeking. Obviously, they would like to see the internal area to be cleaned to the same condition as it was in the start of the tenancy, which would be in line with Section 37 of the standard term of the General Tenancy Agreement. In addition, they would like to rubbish to be removed from the backyard and returning to the same kind of standard at the start of the tenancy. The alternative outcome would be the lesser would be willing to negotiate on the accept if the tenant accept that they will waive the rubbish removal fee. If the tenant is happy to do the internal cleaning, then lesser will be willing to waive off the rubbish removal fee internal cleaning. It's a bit disappointing that the tenant is unwilling to negotiate and come to resolution. To resolve the issue, we want a best outcome for our lesser client, and that would be the tenant agree to pay the courts 500 for the internal and 400 for the backyard and rubbish removal.